Sorry about that. Alright. So this is the operator. I've never played this game. I've never seen this game. I got it for free on, what was it? The Epic Game Store. Yeah. Because it was just one of the games that just randomly went free for a day. I'm gonna play it today. But first, before I do any of that, I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna pause the recording, but I did want to just record that music because goddamn, that intro music. There's this main menu music. It's so good. Like, this game has to be amazing, right? With this good of, like, main menu music, this is gonna hit. This would be the first game, like, full game, probably. I'm probably gonna do the full game. I'm gonna try to do the full game. But yeah, this would be the first, like, game I'm actually recording for the sake of, like, YouTube stuff. Which would be really cool if I can actually get this to, like, go. It would be super cool. But, I'm Soul. Hello. Hi. If you don't know anything about me, yes, that's me. I'm Soul. I'm the person who is behind the computer, who might be playing video games. I'm also going to be the one to edit this video, because I don't have an editor, but that doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. You won't see that because I'm gonna pause the recording before I go to the bathroom. But anyway, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna play this game. Hopefully it goes well. So, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I'm ready to play the game. At least I think I am. Hold on. I'm actually gonna check if there is a subtitle setting. Subtitles. I'm gonna just do subtitles for voices. I will say as well, yes. I will say as well, just a fair warning about this whole recording session. My left ear is currently a little bit messed up because it's a bit clogged with earwax. So, just a fair warning about that. Basically, it doesn't apply to anything with you people, whoever decides to watch this, but it does apply to me because I might not hear things properly, which would really suck. But that's why we have the subtitles. I'm not putting on the subtitles for sounds because I should be able to hear sounds. If I don't, I guess I'm cooked. Alright, I'm gonna hit new game. I'm ready. Let's see what this game is all about. Biome facility. Somewhere in the US. Okay. 1992. Okay. Okay, we got a time frame.
You will answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand? Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Are you currently restrained? Are you married? Do you work in law enforcement? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? Are you
I didn't censor that, by the way. That was in the game. I haven't been hitting any keys on my keyboard either, so. Yeah, this is just a cutscene. Okay. I'm gonna have to put an epilepsy warning on this game, just in case, but, on this video, I suppose. FDI headquarters. Washington, D.C., 7 hours, 30 minutes. Okay, we got a computer. Ooh. Moon? I'm terrible at reading. It's fine. Um. I don't know. What should I put as the user? You know what? What? That's not what I'm typing. I'm typing chicken jockey, but okay. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay. Huh, okay. Huh? You are assigned to the operator program. Please read the... Okay. Welcome to the FDI operator program. This is a secure monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. Sharing of any information from the terminal with unauthorized personnel is forbidden and also subject to criminal prosecution. I can't record this game, guys. I'm so sorry. I have to stop the recording. Anyway. What is the operator program? The operator program has been I am terrible at reading. Has been specifically designed to provide technical support to field agents, henceforth abbreviated as agents. Okay, so just agents, while also ensuring a high level of confidentiality. How does it work? Agents call the hotline. The call is dispatched to secretaries who verify the agent's identity, clearance level, and request. The request is forwarded to the supervisor. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator. Shut up. A direct line is established between the agent to the operator. Once the operator fulfills the agent... You know what?
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all
I'm
that
reading.
booze out of you? What? You seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, ahem, properly. Well, I'm happy you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something.
Okay.
When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else. You understand, right? Good. Well, I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day, alright?
Okay. Can I get back to reading?
Good morning, Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. I assume you're up to speed on your mission here at the operator program?
I've been trying to read.
Well, as an operator, your goal is to support our agents by providing them with anything they need to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions? Fine, but first you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request. Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age.
I've been reading.
This objective just popped up at the top left of your screen, beside the
Yes.
applications menu. See it? Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go
Okay.
on and click on the question mark, Tanner.
Before I do that, since I have the time now, I'm going to finish reading this. So I was on, okay, number 4. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator. A direct line is established between the agent to the operator. Once the operator fulfills the agent's technical request, the line is closed. For additional information, please contact your supervisor. The operator program is extremely confidential. And then we also have this diagram here. So it goes from the agents to the hotline number. Yeah, the agents send a hotline number in, I think, is what that's saying. And then that gets to the secretaries. They send it to a specific supervisor. They send it to an available operator, and then it goes to the database once it's done. Right? That's... Okay, I don't think I really need to know any of that. Alright, the question mark.
Yes, just like that.
Okay.
You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm getting
It probably
access
won't.
to the human database. The human DB, as we call it here.
Okay.
You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request. Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
Okay. So we want human DB. Okay. Full name. Okay. I am actually typing. Got it. I had to check. David Skinner. Age 48. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know? Just age. 48. Fuck
Right.
yeah.
Like that, Tanner. I'll
Yes.
let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
Copy that. Okay. That's me first day. The FBI headquarters. Washington, D.C. 9 hours, 18 minutes. Okay.
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's
God
her
damn.
first case, too. Not ideal, but consider this a learning experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background.
Copy that.
I'm patching the agent through now.
Okay. Alexander Pendle. Okay.
It's Operator Tanner, right?
That's correct.
I don't think our paths ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary. Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival. Is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar. And, some kind of list that I found on the deceased. Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter? Thanks, operator. Okay. I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
Okay. Bar. So we want this. Name list.
That's the list I found on the victim. It's pretty long. And to be honest, I got no idea who any of those people are. The bizarre thing is, that name at the bottom, it wasn't redacted when I bagged it. But I think it's irrelevant to our shooting here.
Okay. So we're looking for... Victim, dead on arrival, male, Caucasian, early 60s. Let's try Logan Gates first. Oh, wait. No, we don't want that. Cam 02. Okay. The guy walked in, shot him, and then left.
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner. Click on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl. Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis. The footage quality is insufficient for a proper ID, operator. You'll need to find another way to ID the killer.
Okay. Toby Hood. Okay, hold on. Eli Bell. Criminal. Okay, we have a photo, so that's the photo. Let's put the photo over here. And, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. And actually, let's put you here. Applications, HumanDB, full name. Let's start with Eli Bell.
I see that you're looking into the names of the people on the list. That's a waste of FDI time and resources, Tanner. Focus on the surveillance footage.
So, you jackass, what I was going to do... Okay. How many? There's not that many names. Fine. Fine. Fine.
Looks like our victim is Henry Jenkins. For some reason, we can't access his full profile. Unfortunately, for the moment anyway, there's not much else we can learn about him.
Okay. This will help. Ray Wells. Ooh. Did I put a space in there? Yes, I did.
Nice. Now we know the perp's name. You got something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
Place of birth, not the same. Last note address.
Yeah, that'll do. Nice work. Next step is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad either. I'll
Not
contact you
great.
later with your next request.
Did it take too long? Okay, fine. Alright, most wanted, if you discover any.
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll
Copy
let
that.
the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Copy that.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something. God damn it! Who are you? Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know? Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions. I don't have time for this. I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada. Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens. Middle of nowhere, hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns. Look, I think it's bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, Over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every single time they reappeared somewhere in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same. She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right? There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little green men. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay? Here are the files.
Okay. Desert. We got testimony. B. Walker. Can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? Alright. Moore says, I was hiking in the desert out by Dryfield. Sometimes I do that to clear my head or to take photos. Photography is sort of a hobby of mine. Walker asks, is that your camera? He points to a camera on the table. Moore says, yes it is. Walker says, what else do you remember about that day in the desert? Moore, well, it's a little blurry. I wanted to hike around Mount Maury. I remember that. It's really beautiful at this time of year. I remember taking 2 photographs. Then I heard this loud noise coming from the sky. I looked up and barely had time to take another photograph. It was moving so fast. Their ship, the UFO. And then I think it landed to the east. So I decided to head over and see if I could see anything else. Maybe get a photo of them. It must have taken me an hour and 45 minutes to go where it landed. Walker says, then what? I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's where my mind goes blank. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in some kind of room, and I can't move. Was there someone with you in this room? I don't like to think about it, but yes, they were there, all around me, the aliens. What did they look like? The room was so bright, like I was looking into the sun. I only saw their silhouettes. Can you describe them the best that you can? They were human, except they weren't. Something was off. They were too tall and thin. It was disturbing, actually. I couldn't see their faces. I'm glad about that. What do you remember about the room? It was white. I mean, entirely white. Antiseptic. It smelled sort of like a hospital. There were no doors, no windows, nothing. Just whiteness. What do you think they wanted with you? I think they wanted to learn about me, to study me. I was so scared I couldn't think straight. They kept asking me questions over and over again. What kinds of questions? About my life, my family, my beliefs, everything. I guess that's what they do, study humans. What else do you remember? They had these strange voices, sort of mechanical. And there was a machine they were using on me. It was clamped to my head. I don't know what it was, but it hurt. Can you tell us anything else, Connie? Not really. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up in the desert outside Dryfield. My head was throbbing, maybe because of their drugs or mind probes. I don't know. I just wandered around out there. Luckily, somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. Then I guess they called the cops, and the cops called you. End of story. So... what was I gonna say? From what little I can tell, this sounds less like aliens and more like this funny little thing that the U.S. government used to do. Moving on. Cell phone triangulation report. Connie Moore. Phone tower pings and timestamps from the day Connie's disappearance to the day she reappeared. A whole month later. Do we know that? Did she say that? Did he say that? Okay. I don't know if he did, but either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. Alright. Wait. Do we have a north here? Any compass? I can't see a compass. But you said... let's see here. It landed to the east. So let's say it landed here. An hour and 45 minutes is what you said. That's about right. I don't think I need you. I think I can safely put you away. Camera. Okay. What am I looking for here?
Connie Moore claims to have taken a photograph of a UFO. If you're of
Yeah.
a more rational mind, operator, most likely she did not. Your objective is to find a shortcoming or problem with said photograph.
$221. Hold on. Oh! Ha!
Jackpot. Connie said she took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't. Maybe the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph. All right. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn balls.
What the fuck? What? Um, 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 what? What? What is happening? What is happening? What? Hacked by how? Oh no, not the fucker from the most wanted list. Hello? What do you want? Okay. What do you mean? Let me show you something. Do you remember the list found on Henry Jenkins? I do. You didn't see her name, did you, Evan? What? The abducted woman? Yeah. I didn't know. There's a, yeah, this is the redacted name. Okay. Fuck. Okay, well, I might have literally guessed and been on the right track in regards to fucking hold.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened? I see. I'll have IT look into that at once. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
There's a conspiracy happening. Okay. What the fuck? What is happening, bro? Okay, I'm a smoker. Alright, I figured that out. We have lore. We have lore. Okay. Evan's apartment. Okay. 6 o'clock. Excuse me. Okay. I need pills, apparently. I'm just figuring out the lore. The lore of this character has to be important. Wait, what if they're schizophrenia pills? Would this game do something like that? I don't know. I actually have no idea. Okay. Alright.
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for? Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about him. Xavier doesn't even like his own mother. To be honest, no, I probably shouldn't say anything.
Nah. Don't push.
Sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And, just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
It's him. It's him. It's him. He's Hal.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case. I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time
Copy
to cut
that.
the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity.
Of course.
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right? So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot. Point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FDI, Alexandra. Anyway, The garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good
Hell
news.
yeah.
The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing.
Has it been tampered with?
I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
Well, so it would make a lot of sense if the person who would have tampered with the footage was obviously was the killer, right? Probably. At least we can assume that, unless it was the FDI themselves. But let's not assume government conspiracy immediately, right? Let's assume it was the killer. So the killer has some kind of tech specialty, okay? Let's just watch the surveillance footage. But yeah. So we have that, and we know that Ray Wells was a convicted criminal prior to his murder. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we know it's Ray Wells. So his criminal record doesn't say that he was going to. It doesn't say that he ever did actually sell drugs. Probably made a promise to someone though. Yeah. That light. Yep. That light. Why is that light on? What other inconsistent? That's something. That is something.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out.
Fuck yeah. What do you mean you're gonna check this out? Are you in the garage?
Well, well, well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending
Fuck
you a
yeah.
photo. Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
Looks like 9mm. Just off the eye test, 45 ACP. I'm so off. That's fine. 45 caliber.
I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's
They use every kind of bullet.
Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Find more info on the killer. Okay. Thanks. Oh, this is a fucking reference to that one movie that I can't remember the name off the top of my head. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay. 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 Here's the problem. This guy already hacked into my shit previously, and it's very possible, if not likely, that he is the one that fucking hacked that camera, because Jesus Christ, my brain is going at 300 miles an hour, just absolutely like conspiracy bullshit with this. But yeah, like, why wouldn't, if you were trying to get somebody on your side and you were a skilled enough hacker that you can hack into the FBI, or the FDI in this case because it's a video game, but yeah, you can hack into the fucking FDI, into their computers, into like an operator's computer, very specifically. Why wouldn't you hack into a camera, delete the footage of this one killer, and then what he's gonna do is he's gonna send me the missing footage. That's what he's gonna do. I'm gonna agree to help, and he's gonna send me the missing footage. That's exactly what's gonna happen. How could you help me? I have access to the survey. I knew it. It is him. He might not have done it. I don't think he did the kill. I don't think he did the kill. See? You could have typed it out. You could have typed it out. Could have typed it out. But there's already a conspiracy going on within the FDI, because there's always a conspiracy going on, right? It's always happening. So I'm still gonna bite. I'll take the bait. I'll bite. I shouldn't have done it. Okay. Because, how did I get the footage? How did I get the footage? They're gonna know. That's suspicious as fuck. Fuck. I messed up. Want this look? See? That's too suspicious. They would check that themselves. Ugh. Because if I take the footage, it is suspicious. But I need that for this one case. But is this case really that important? It's important to her. It's important to Pendle. But is it important to me? Not really. Oh. I'll bite. I'll take the bait. Fuck it. All right. Okay, so what likely happened... Number one, I should do this. But number one, what I should likely do...
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later, but go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
One of you is Hal. It might be you. I feel like you're suspicious as fuck, but it might be Mike.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this? Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
That's right, I'm being monitored too. Alright, I need to be way more careful. That was a big ass slip up. Let's just fucking do it. It's fine. Catherine Andrews. Okay. Wrong numbers.
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me. I'm sorry, but I can't really go into that. Not now, anyway. You just have to trust me. Go ahead and search them in the human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please. Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident? You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Slash question mark equals download FL. Select star from cases where ID. It would be this one.
Sorry, I don't understand what that means, Tanner.
In this chat? Fuck you! This one?
Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Moving on. Summary. Following report was written by Agent Andrews. Okay. Modified on by. Fuck. Took an hour. Why did it take an hour? Manufacturer and authors of this manual cannot be held on. Okay. Welcome to the user manual. Manual designed to provide you with the information you need safely and effectively use the instrument to perform chemical analyses. Please read this manual carefully before using the ChemScan LCA. Okay. Follow all instructions to ensure the safe and proper operation of the instrument. If you have any questions or concerns, contact. Who am I contacting? I don't fucking care. How to use. Open it in the software, okay. Input the appropriate settings for your sample using formulas found thereafter. What am I? Start the analysis process. Nope. Once the analysis is complete, I'm in the wrong fucking app. Okay. So I need this. Okay. The appropriate ion size. For a liquid sample, ion size will be set to 2. For a solid sample, typically around 6. Delta V can be calculated for an organic sample. So this non-organic. Okay. Weight in grams times 100. So 420, I believe. For what, delta V? Yeah, delta V. 420. Okay. Threshold. This is a solid sample. The threshold should be set to half the delta V. 240. 210. I'm an idiot. Sample matrix size default value is 5 if you're using an older version. I'll set it to 4. Oh, wait. I want 5. CZVT, CCVT, oops, pH, and frequencies. Five. Oop, 5. And the response frequencies must be entered from highest to lowest intensity spike. Okay, we're looking for the spikes. .24. .45. 1.55. 10.62. Wood, gasoline, other non-identifiable residues. Okay, what do I do now? Now what? Yes! There were traces of gasoline in the fire.
I knew it. Faulty wiring might... You know what. This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why? I can't talk about that, operator. Not now. When the time is right, Hal will let you know. I'm sure. But what we're doing here, it's important. You see that, right? It matters to me. I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that. Feel nothing. But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was just you still there? Oh, anyway, thanks, operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Sorry, I'm not really being talkative. I need to be more talkative. I just don't know what they're hiding or why. Yeah, there is... Yeah, I know. To make my life a living hell does sound pretty accurate, because probably somebody I already know within this company. Because who else? The easiest way to know how to hack into the FDI's fucking shit would be to either be currently working there or be a previous employee.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word? I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why? I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood? I'll talk to you later.
It's because you were an ex-employee. Yep. Fucking knew it. See? Just too smart. So what would have happened if I would have said no? I wonder. That's fine. Nobody needs to know. I need to get rid of this. Get rid of it.
So who the hell am I talking to this time? The same operator Tanner from before?
That's correct.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert.
Uh-huh.
You remember, right?
I do
Where
remember.
she
I in
said
fact
this,
remember.
flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't
Technically,
find
she said a
flying
UFO.
saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
The desert heat?
I found that too, Tanner. But no, that's not what I meant. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand.
Okay.
I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
How many corpses are out there?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math.
Found a body and a skeleton?
Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Consider it done, Agent.
Let me send you the files. Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now.
Let me
Initial
pull up a
observations
notepad real
show
quick, because bro said
well-preserved
he was
and intact
Roswell.
bones.
I'm not.
No visible signs of trauma or damage. The
You say
subject
Roswell?
is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Okay, that's something. Sorry, I had to write down that Barry Walker had a misspeak and mention Roswell rather than Dryfield, where he should be. Roswell. What? Where would that be? Would that also be Nevada? It might be. Who knows? Yeah, so we have the... Might be able to get a last name. Jenkins. Okay. Jenkins. Jenkins is also dead. Gabby. Gabby Jenkins. Let's try this. Nothing. Henry Jenkins, R&D Director.
Yeah, that looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that.
Okay. Henry Jenkins. Let's try this again.
Jenkins. That name rings a bell, operator. Check the other cases for anything possibly related to him. Maybe there's a clue in there tied to the girl.
Bar. Nameless. Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks? I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Not there. Why is...
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
Dead. It means dead. No. That is the Jenkins. Oh. Oh wait, we couldn't get it. Yeah, we couldn't get that from him. Did get...
know 3 people on this list so far. Connie Moore, Gabby Bruce, and Quentin Spence. Connie's name is circled, but the other 2 are crossed out. If I were you, operator, I would check the database to see if I can find a pattern there.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner. They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way.
Alright.
There you go.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
Okay. Let's put you off to the side. Okay. Wait. During a meeting. Okay, hold on. Upon my arrival at the biome facility, I'm gonna just call it biome, I was warmly greeted by Dr. Jenkins himself. How fortunate I am to work with such a passionate and talented scientist, even if in a subsidiary role. During our meeting, Dr. Jenkins explained that I would be heading up a trial involving FMP-1138, a key component of his research project. Although he did not disclose much, I have the impression that this project is shrouded in secrecy. It appears to be of great importance. The trials, which are scheduled to commence in a few days... the trials which are scheduled to commence in a few days, once I'm well versed with the subjects and the procedures, are in place. Dr. Elez? I think it's Elez. Anyway, the facility director informs me that our work has the potential to significantly enhance the well-being of the patients who have been selected specifically for our research. The entire facility has been constructed for this purpose alone. Although I am unaware of the project's source of funding, there appear to be no shortage of resources. I'm truly optimistic our research will make a profound difference and push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. So, they're doing human experimentation, is my guess. And that's why there are a bunch of bodies in the graveyard. For, like, kind of no reason. Sorry, I am currently being messaged about things. The AMPO receptor is a crucial component of excitatory, I'm going to assume that's what that says, synaptic transmission and plasticity in the brain. As a glutamate-gated ion channel, it mediates fast synaptic transmission and contributes to synaptic plasticity by modulating the strength of synaptic connections between neurons. Dysfunction of AMPA receptors has been implicated in various neurological and psychiatric disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, depression, and schizophrenia. Hey, I have one of those things. Hi! Anyway, synapse to synapse. Representation of the AMPA receptor, okay? Selective AMPA receptor potentiators represent a promising class of compounds for the treatment of these disorders as they enhance AMPA receptor function and improve synaptic plasticity. FMP 1138 is a novel selective AMPA receptor potentiator that has shown promising results in preclinical studies. It has been demonstrated to enhance AMPA receptor mediated synaptic transmission and improve synaptic plasticity in vitro and vivo. What? In this study, we sought to explore the potential therapeutic effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal connectivity. Specifically, we aimed to investigate whether FMP 1138 could enhance synaptic connectivity and promote the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. To accomplish this, we used a combination of electrophysiological, imaging, and behavioral assays. Okay. To assess the effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal function and connectivity. Our results demonstrate that FMP 1138 enhances synaptic connectivity and promotes the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 increased the frequency and amplitude of excitatory postsynaptic currents, EPSCs, in cultured neurons, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. Furthermore, we found that FMP 1138 promoted the formation of new synapses in cultured neurons as evidenced by an increase in the number of dendritic spines, the sites of synaptic contacts on neurons. To unlock the full potential, 66.72. In vivo, we found that FMP 1138 improved cognitive function in a mouse model with Alzheimer's. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 treated mice performed better in spatial memory tasks compared to control mice. Additionally, we found that FMP 1138 treated mice had increased dendritic spine density in the hippocampus, a brain region critical for learning and memory. That is correct, that is true. They are actually doing somewhat real science. Taken together, our findings suggest that FMP 1138 represents a promising therapeutic agent for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders characterized by impaired neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Further preclinical and clinical studies are warranted to evaluate the safety and efficacy of FMP 1138 in humans. You might be important, so I'm going to put you off to the side. Res 1. Biome studies, all rights reserved 1990. FMP 1138 study, Dr. H. Jenkins, Dr. Q. Spence, Dr. A. Eles. Sorry. Damn it, we don't have a name. The results demonstrate that FMP 1138 significantly increased the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. These findings suggest that FMP... Okay, we already kind of figured that out. What about results 2? The graph displays the results of a study investigating the effects of FMP 1138 on synaptic connectivity in vitro. The study aimed to explore whether FMP 1138. Okay, I think we kind of read this part, but unlike Dr. Elias in this result paper, I will use the Little Endian Standard. Okay. Oops. All right. One moment. Nope. Not helpful. I don't know.
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those two files for clues about the password, focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those two files open and see if you can do something with them.
Fuck, dude. I have no idea. This is giving me a headache. All right. Damn. I have no fucking clue.
The key and lock icons, operator. They must be important. I suggest you combine them to reproduce the schematics on the second floppy disk. My hunch is that the content is not very important. Just the part with the icons in the two files mentioned, FMP 1138 and Res 2.
I Am I like dumb as a bag of bricks? Really? That was it? Fucking. I am dumb as a bag of bricks. Alright, anyway. Now that the music is fucking intense. If you are reading this, it means I am no longer living and that I've been buried in the dry field desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the Biome facility. I am writing this letter because I am about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. I am sick. So sick of everything that we have done supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I'm assuming you found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I am not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. Biome facility, 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada? What the fuck? Okay. That's creepy as fuck. That is so creepy. That is... Oh! Okay, I can't... Okay.
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Jesus Christ.
asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over, yes. All right, yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Huh. That's not unsettling at all. Oh, that's ice from a fridge, dumbass. God, I'm such an idiot. All right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to stop here. I think this is a pretty good place to stop because I have other things I need to do today, and I didn't realize this game was gonna take this long. I should have expected it to take longer than. We're only at an hour and 42, but I was expecting to have more time, to be fair, but I don't, unfortunately. But I will come back to this very soon. I'm gonna try to get this part up and uploaded today, hopefully, or soonish at least. But yeah, this is a really fun game. I'm actually really glad that this is gonna be like the first single player game I play because it's a pretty like not super taxing game. I don't have to focus too hard on the game itself, meaning I can kind of, well, try to be funny, but I'm not funny. But try to talk, at least, is more what I mean, which I'm also still not good at that either, but it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. My first video. My first real video, really. Let's be honest here. I've done other, like, videos and stuff before, but that's not the point. Anyway, this was fun. I had a good time. I'm gonna come back to this. I will come back to this. This game is really fun, so I do want to come back to this. I gotta see what happens, man. Like, the lore! The lore! Anyway, that's all I have for right now. That's all I have for today. Come back soon-ish for the next episode. Probably within a week. I'm gonna try to do it within a week because that would be super cool and awesome and fun. But yeah. Bye for now.